So what the hell did I tweet to get 258,000 impressions in 21 hours over on Twitter? Let's dive into it. Hey guys, how are we doing? It's Cryptoinsightuk here, bringing you back another YouTube video. We're diving straight into some Xrp TA today. All we're going to do is go through this thread that I've tweeted about. It's gone viral on Twitter. If you've not already gone and followed my Twitter account, please go and check it out. It's at Cryptoinsightuk. Without further ado, let's get into the video. If you do enjoy it, please share this video with a friend. I'm going to be putting more time into YouTube. I've been experimenting with my thumbnails and titles, so let's see what happens. Let's go. I focused on the Xrp weekly charts this morning and the results were interesting. So I thought I'd share them with you below. Grab a coffee and enjoy this thread. So first off, I just put a little picture of Xrp on the weekly. And this is the most important trend line for me. Just on a standard scale, there's a nice little trend line there. You can draw it in yourself. It starts just in around 2020, early 2020. It goes all the way through and it's touched a few times in and around 30 cents, and we're making higher lows here. So then we're going to get into what's actually going on. So firstly, I want to focus on the standard XRP USD chart. There have been only two occasions, marked 1 and 2, in the past where we've seen upwards consolidation or accumulation. Both these occasions have led to a breakout. Zone 1 has led to 1,455% breakout, and Zone 2, 680% breakout. As you can see, Zone 1 there, boom. Zone 2 here, boom. And then we're going to break down a bit more detail in the next tweet. Next, I'd like to zoom in on Zones 2 and 3. There are many similarities. On both occasions, we double tap with slightly higher lows in a price range. Then we failed to break out, followed by further accumulation. And then in Zone 2, obviously we break out. And so is that going to happen now? So let's discuss. So as you can see here, we've double tapped a price range with a slightly higher low. We've then tried to break out and failed to break out of the moving averages, come back for some further accumulation, then started the breakout, came back down in this occasion, and then really launched off. In Zone 3, which is where we are right now, double tap with a slightly higher low, as you can see, marked by the ascending trend line. Failed breakout, again below the moving averages, come back for some further accumulation, and then what is the next step? Are we potentially going to launch out of this zone? And lastly, on this chart, the RSI, sitting below the 45.66 level. When it's above this level, it seems we have the foundation for explosive price action. Also forming higher lows than it has previously before breaking out. Currently, the RSI is most similar to Zone 1. So as you can see here, the RSI is most similar to Zone 1 because of where it's positioned around that 45.66. What I'm specifically talking about with this level is when it's been above this level, it has been able to explode properly. When it's been below, we've seen price action basically just go sideways. It's not a precursor for a definite explosion in price, but what it does mean is the foundation is there for an upwards price move when we are above that 45.66 level, marked by that dotted green line there. And it's very similar to the occasions in the past when we have seen a leg up in the price. One other thing I would like to note is, like it's similar to Zone 1, we have a lot of space above us in this RSI for us to start going parabolic. And I do talk about some stuff later on in terms of where the RSI can go. But it's most similar to Zone 1, as I was saying, because in Zone 2, with the 680% price increase, we were already quite high up in the RSI, like above the 50. And now we're below, and here we were below before we started to see that launch. And we've come from a lower move here as well. But one thing to note is the price is actually higher. So we could actually, the space to move is higher, and also the price action is starting from a higher point. So it would give us a higher end result, potentially. So for example, if we saw a 1,455% from down near, I think it's like 5 cents or something. 1,455% from 30 cents is a lot different. So now we're going to look at XRP to BTC. First off, the price is hovering just above the fixed range volume profile marked in orange. This is basically where most XRP has been bought and sold. It equals key support and resistance levels. A clean break of this area would be the green line, 293%. I'm going to show you what this is. So the fixed range volume profile basically shows you where most people have transacted, bought or sold XRP, basically where the most volume for sales has come in over history. And as you can see by all these red circles, you can see how it's reacted to this price level. In the past, we came back and back tested area of support. When we touched it, boom, we took off. Same sort of here, we did break below it, we did have a wick down, but then as soon as we break and have a daily close above that or a weekly close above that, boom, we're off. And again, consolidation on top, lost the level, came up, tested it as resistance, came down, resistance again, boom, further down, and now we just tested it as resistance, tried to break above, which we didn't really see that much back here, failed breakouts above, come back down, and now we're just hovering just below, which is interesting. We either could be mimicking this and coming down further, or maybe we're looking for a breakout, which I would suggest is coming pretty soon, based on other technicals as well, with the RSI obviously sloping upwards, whereas here, the RSI was coming downwards, so we've got increased strength going into maybe another test of this fixed range volume profile. And as you can see on the left, the next level, or the next key level where some volume has been interacted, is up here at 293%. If we can break above that, we're looking up towards previous all-time highs, because as you can see, there's not much going on the left-hand side here, so not much transacted between this level and the previous all-time highs. So I think it's very likely we could see that if we can get a clean break above this level here. So yeah, go and check that out. If you want to draw a fixed range volume profile, it's on the TradingView app. It's the bottom indicator, and it looks like two sticks with circles on top, and you literally just drag it from the start date to the end date, and it will tell you the volume in those dates. Next, as you can see on the left, the green line is significant area of volume transacted. Above this is all-time high, so basically what I've just talked about. So if we do get above that green line, we're looking for a 900 to 23% to a 994% move. In the past, when we've broken out above the 200 EMA, this is versus Bitcoin, we've seen subsequent moves of 219%, 1093, 568 and 147% moves. We're super close to the 200 EMA right now, with a short-term bullish pennant giving us a breakout target above. So back here and back here, the 200 EMA, there wasn't enough historical data for it to be in there, but I've guessed at where I think it would be and shown the percentage breakouts should it break above these levels. As you can see here, back in 2021, we failed to break above the 200 MA. This is obviously XRP versus Bitcoin. And right now, we've literally tested it. We did have a weekly close above, and then we've come back down below. And XRP is doing something it hasn't really done much in the past, which is where it's consolidating between the moving averages. And with a bullish pennant forming, I've zoomed into this area here. And the bullish pennant will give us a breakout target above the 200 EMA if we get that breakout upwards. And if we do, then obviously it would imply that we may get a push out like we did in these areas in the past. I've just shown that on a small-term time frame or a short-term time frame, we are potentially targeting above the 200 EMA, which would give us the potential breakout like we have seen in the past. Next, another interesting chart is the Ethereum to XRP on the log scale. A clear supply zone, strong buy zone with the formation of 3 higher lows is bullish. Then something we've never seen before, holding the 50 EMA and consolidating between the 50 and 100 EMA. We've never broken the green line, and it's approaching another test. So this is a strong buy zone, and what I mean by that is we've wicked into this area but actually never had a weekly close in this strong buy zone, but we have been down and visited that 3 times, boom, boom, boom. 3 tests of support is very good. Obviously we had one here, that's the initial basically price finder. Then we had liquidity grabs below that, so people probably had their stop losses at these levels. The price really gets manipulated down into there. People get stopped out. People step into buy, boom, pushes out the zone. And then a little bit, and then 2 of the tests of this exact same area. Then we push up, as I said, and we're testing that that moving average here. I think it's the 100-day. Stuck below the 100-day and now consolidating on top of the 50-day, which we've never, well, week, sorry, on top of the 50 week, we've never done in previous history. Maybe we have back here somewhere, but obviously the price data isn't there. But we've never done this. We've never done this. So we're in new territory. Can we break above this green line? That would be, again, new territory. And can we break above the 100 moving average, which since the historical data has been there, we've also never done. But as you can see, we're getting squeezed in between these areas. And by like 2023, early 2023, what comes in and around potentially when the summary judgment might be here, we're going to have to make a decision. As I often say, that the charts show you the future before the future's here, and then when you get the information, it backs up and move one way or the other. So if we, let's say, we get squeezed into here into March 2023, when potentially summary judgment might come out, then if it's negative, obviously we'll reject that line and heavy down into the probably strong buy zone. If it's positive, boom, we could really rip out of this range, and let's see what happens there. Next, on a standard scale, we've only ever seen XRP break the 50 EMA once, probably around the red circle area, leading to a 207% move. If we head to all-time high, it's a 1,136% move. Obviously, this is still against Ethereum, guys. XRP seems to be respecting a parabolic curve marked in green, has never broken the orange support level. So that's where I would presume the EMA would be, where the break would be here, and we push up like 207% there. And if from here we move up to all-time high, which is obviously set back then, it'd be a 1000% move. And this is a zoomed in a view of that. This is on the standard scale, as I was saying. This is that unbroken support level that I was kind of talking about. We've never had a weekly close below it. It's also the parabolic curve. You can see it has tested it there. It's tested it again here. We've curved down, using the unbroken support as basically our floor. Again, testing the parabolic curve, and now it's just touched it again. So this is obviously XRP versus Ethereum. Could we see this move out of this zone now? Again, we're getting forced into some sort of decision. As I was saying, is it going to break down from the parabolic curve and look towards the unbroken support again? Or are we going to look to squeeze up against the moving averages and potentially push out of this zone? That's something that you guys need to decide for yourself. I'm just showing you what I see. Next, we're consolidating above the fixed range volume profile, which shows us potential area of resistance. Price moves are 225% to 1,161%, anywhere in between that. Also, the RSI is forming higher lows and higher highs. Previously, when we hit the overbought area was when we went parabolic. Could that be soon? This is one of my favorite charts from everything that I did the other day. Why? Well, the fixed range volume profile, which I've talked about previously, so you guys now understand that. We're consolidating on top of that range. Normally, when that happens, you may get one more test back, but that could be it there, and then you can really take off for a rip. It's obviously on the standard scale. Again, we've only ever broken above the 50 EMA once, or the 100, sorry. I don't know why I keep saying 50, which was probably back in and around this area here. If we get that break above the 50, we're minimum target of 225% move against Ethereum. Then the next target there, and that's because of these volumes. Again, this is where a lot of resistance, buying and selling pressure will come in, because technical analysis is all about price action, but that's basically linked to human emotion. People have bought and sold at these levels before. When you get back to those levels, a lot of people will take their profits or come out at an even profit and loss because they can't emotionally hold on to their assets anymore. That's why you see repeating patterns in price charts. When someone's bought at a level and it's come down, if they're still holding, when it comes back up to that level, they're like, oh, I can't take it anymore, I'll take my money out, boom. That's why it creates like a selling floor, and the opposite way around when it's high, when people's got a sell order on and it goes up and it comes down, etc. They're the reasons why you see selling and buying floors, because people are emotional, and that's why they repeat. That's why prices repeat throughout history, or one of the reasons. As I was saying, this is one of my favorite charts. If we break above this level here, this is where I'm going to get super excited, guys. We haven't really got much resistance. There's a small resistance line there. That's why I put it in small, and I put like a nice little line in there. And then we could be moving all the way between 1,123 to 1,161% move against Ethereum. If that happens, guys, doesn't mean XRP is necessarily going to go up. It might mean Ethereum comes down against XRP. Who knows? This is something to watch out for. But this is the thing that gets me really bullish. When you piece all these things together, when we're seeing higher lows and higher highs like this, very, very volatile higher lows and higher highs. So what we've seen is a high here, and we've come down and set a low below the SMA, and then we've pushed up and just rejected the overbought area, come down again, set a low below the SMA on the RSI. The next level is another push up. We've probably got an ascending trend line here. We're holding that, boom. We could really be targeting this range of overbought. When we had this overbought area in history back in 2017, 2018, this is when we saw the huge parabolic move for XRP, and this really gets me excited about that move, guys. And then we came down, and then we had that secondary move. This was that big move in 2017, and we really could be teeing up for something like that, in my opinion. The RSI is showing the formation. It's curling up into it here. I'm very bullish about this chart specifically. I think it's very, very good looking chart, and something that I've definitely got my eye on. And one final thing that I'd like to mention is, in 2017, XRP overtook Ethereum's market cap 3 times. It took a 20% total market share of crypto. This is something that we are yet to see. Maybe it will never happen, or maybe it's a coiled spring. You decide. So this is at 19.98%. This is in the 2017 bull run, as in May, and then in January of 2018, and then again in November 2018 going into January of 2019. XRP engulfed Ethereum's market cap 3 times, So let's see if we can do that again with a 20% market share. And where would a 20% market share take us right now with XRP? Well, with a total market cap of crypto being 847 billion, 221 million, let's have a look. 847 211 846 546 times by 0.2. That would be 169 billion there for XRP. Right now we're at 19.12. Divided by 19130 738,918. It will be 8.8 times the price of what XRP is at right now. So that's obviously if Ethereum doesn't move up or down in price. If we literally just took Ethereum's place right now, which would be 8.8 times our price, which would be times let's just say 0.38, it would give us a price of $3.36 for XRP at the all-time highs. So definitely something to consider right now, guys. I'd like to know if you guys think that will happen and what you think of this video. Please let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed, please share it with a friend. As I said, peace up, A-Town down, as Usher would say. Like, comment, subscribe.